want you to be paranoid. So this is something that people say to me sometimes, is that like they want you to be paranoid and to think that everyone's a stalker, which is true. They want me to think that everyone's a stalker because they're constantly around me stalking me and like doing normal shit that's not normal and doing it to stalk me. So like they want me to think that everyone's a stalker around me. But literally, legitimately, it's not an exaggeration when I say that 99% of the people that I see are stalking me. That's not even an exaggeration. And it's like anywhere that I mean, if I was in like a bigger city, it would be harder to tell if there's like a bunch of people around. Like it's harder to tell who's all stalking me. But like when I go outside though, or when I look out my window or whatever, it literally is 99% of the people, or like at least like 95% of the people or whatever. It literally is. Like it's not an exaggeration. It's not me overanalyzing things. It's not anything like that. Like I can record it and break it down to you how it is. Like I can literally break it all down how they're all orchestrated. And like, because they'll be doing like their color patterns and shit. Like it'll be, you know, like they do all types of color patterns with their cars and stuff. So they'll just be constantly doing that and stuff, and it'll be like there's like levels to like awareness of it, I feel like, too, because like when you first wake up to it, you just see the one headlight and the white car. You don't see the other cars that are stalking you. You don't realize that they're stalkers too yet. So like, I don't know, like when people say that to me, like other TIs will say that to me and stuff, and like I don't know what level they're on or what, if like whatever, if they've woken up to the whole thing yet, or if they don't get stalked as heavy as I do or what. But me though, when I look around, 99% of people are guaranteed. I can break it down thoroughly how they're stalking me on a general basis. Like I said, if there's a lot of people around, then it's hard to tell. Or if I'm on like a super busy street, then it might be hard to tell. But like even on a super busy street, it'll be like a parade of cars that's orchestrated. And like I know that it is like the first and last car will be stalking me at least. Maybe some of the cars in between them aren't stalking me, but they're just in between all the other stalker cars. Maybe like one or two of the cars in the stalker parade isn't a stalker. They're just stuck in the middle of it or something. I don't know. But like most of the time though, 99% of people are definitely stalking. 100,000%. And then like things like babies crying synced, like I know that the baby is crying synced. Like I'm not imagining it. I know that it is. I don't think babies are stalking me. I think babies are being hit with frequencies to make them cry synced. It's happened numerous times, a bunch of times, and it's always synced, and it's always synced over and over. Like the baby is doing it multiple times at specifically synced moments right at the moment. So is always happening like that. Like I'll go to the self-checkout and I'll put the cash in the machine, and right at the moment the baby will cry, and then right when I take the change out the baby will cry, and then right when I take the bag off of the machine the baby will cry, or whatever, things like that. And then right when I walk by the baby will cry right at that moment. Things like that. And it'll just be doing it over and over like that at like a bunch of different places. Or like as I walk into or out of an aisle in the store or whatever. Or as a stalker walks by me, or or just whatever. Things like that. So it's always happening like that, and it's not my imagination at all. It's not. Like, things happen repetitively, and then a lot of them I haven't recorded a bunch of times. Babies crying synced, I've only recorded a couple of times. But things like birds synced up is always happening. Like, I have 1,000 videos of synced up birds, and they're always like synced as fuck. And they'll fly right over me as I walk up to an intersection, or they'll fly right in front of my camera as I walk up to an intersection, just right in front of the camera. Or they'll, like, whatever, they'll sync up. There's the one video where the bird flies at me, and then he flies straight at the camera, like flies straight at me, and then flies back the other way, right as a truck honks, and then the truck sinks when I walk up to the intersection again. So birds are always sinking like that. You can always hear dogs barking synced and stop barking synced. You can always hear children screaming synced and yelling synced on a lot of different videos. You can see children running out in front of my camera synced and yelling synced. All of the time this is happening. So I'm not imagining any of it. But they do want you to think that everyone's a stalker though, and I kind of got like some weird form of like PTSD or something, where like I do feel like everyone's a stalker, even if they're not, which is fucked up. But like yeah, I don't just assume that everyone's a stalker though, but like I see a car up the street just sitting there with his headlights on, and then I'm like walking toward it, and I'm like, he's gonna stalk me, right? And then 99% of the time it is, or it's just gonna sit there and do nothing. Like, I don't know who's not a stalker, really. I don't have any idea who's not a stalker, except other TIs that upload videos of them being stalked. Other than that, I don't know who's not a stalker out here. Because whenever I see, and then I wonder, like, even if they're not a stalker, are they gonna sync somebody up with them to make me think that they're a stalker? Like, as they walk out in front of me, they're gonna honk a car at the same time to make me think that the person walking in front of me is a stalker, but they're actually not a stalker. I wonder if they do that. I don't know. But I literally don't know who's not a stalker, though. But 99% of them definitely are, though. Like, it's not at all like I'm like over analyzing things or anything. like, I don't know, like, if you just watch my videos and you just watch multiple of them and you compare them and, like, you see, like, the different things that they do, because they do, like, a million different things, too, so it's, like, you gotta watch multiple videos and compare them, and they're shooting a due frequency in my ear right now. But you gotta watch multiple videos and compare them, because they do like a million different things, but they also do it repetitively though. So like, and then like if I walk up and down the same street, they're like driving by at all the same places doing whatever synchronizers, walking out in front of me, or a bird flies by me, or a car honks or whatever, or a bird flies by me as a car honks. So, but like they'll sync up red and blue cars together all the time. It's like things like that, like they do it repetitively all the time. But like if you watch one of my videos, you might think that I'm like over analyzing or whatever. But like if you watch multiple of them, you can see that I'm not, because I can break it down how they're always syncing red and blue cars, and then they'll sync purple cars with the red and blue cars, because red plus blue equals purple. If you mix red and blue together, it's purple. So they'll just throw one purple car in when they're syncing red and blue cars together sometimes. And they just do all types of intricate things like this, and they do like a million different things like this. So it's like a lot. It's like a long list of things that they do. So it's like, it takes me like an hour to it take me like all day to explain it all. Like, you just gotta watch multiple videos. But it is objectively, repetitively orchestrated. And then like there's the one video I reposted the other day where like it was like an hour-long live stream, and like most of the video I was walking around at night, and it wasn't that late at night either. So like there's people out, I think, but all of them were stalkers, I guess, because most of the video, like most of the time, I just see nothing or I see stalkers. Like I'll just see nothing, and then like occasionally I'll see people that I don't know if they're stalkers. But most of the time, it's just nothing, and then stalkers, and then nothing, and then stalkers. But on this video, though, most of the video, it was all black and silver and white cars. It was just black and silver cars and white cars the entire video. It's like, where's all the other people with the other color cars at? Like, where did they all go? There's nobody else out here driving around. It's just people that own black and silver and white cars out right now. Like, what? Like, literally, it's just nothing or stalkers, and then nothing, and then stalkers, and then occasionally I'll see, like, one person or two people, maybe, unless it's super busy, like I said, unless it's, like, you know. So, it's weird. Like, everyone I know is a stalker. Everyone in my apartment building is a stalker. Everyone, all my coworkers everywhere that I work are stalkers. all the customers come in and they're stalkers. Everywhere I go, it's just stalkers. Everywhere is stalkers. And then I'll see someone walking toward me, and I'll be like, don't be a stalker. Please don't be a stalker. And then they're a stalker, and I'm like, fuck, it's another stalker. Is anyone out here not a stalker? What about this bird? Is it a stalker? Yup, it's a stalker too. Fuck. But then sometimes I'll see birds too, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a stalkered up bird, but it might do a stalker thing in a second. Like, I walk by this guy, and he didn't do a stalker thing, but he might cough when I walk by the crosswalk or something. And then I'll look back, and he'll be doing a hand signal or something, or just whatever stupid shit. So all I can say is just go watch my videos, watch multiple videos and compare them. I know you don't, I know, I got 3,000 videos. You can't watch all of them. 3,000 hours of video, but if you watch a few videos, compare them, you can start to see the patterns and how stalkered up it is and how I'm not tripping. Like, is stalkered up. So like, there's a truck beeping outside right now, and I just know he's a stalker already. I don't know what he's syncing up with exactly. Maybe it's because I'm about to end the video or whatever. They know that or whatever, or I don't know. I don't know if it's syncing up, but it's probably about to, or whatever. Because every time I hear a truck beeping outside, it's a stalker. So every time I hear a car honk, it's a stalker. Every time I hear a siren, it's a stalker. Every time I hear an engine sound, well, maybe, like, again, maybe there's a couple of engine sounds here and there that aren't stalkers, but 99% of them daily are stalkers. All day, every day. So that's just the reality of it. I don't know what else to say. I just came on to say that. Truck's beeping again. I think it's